Our next speaker is Dr. Rosemary G. Felimon from West Visayas State University. So she is an associate professor at West Visayas State University in Philippines. As the college secretary, she facilitates the admission of students and curriculum revisions of teacher education program at the university. She teaches mathematics, assessment, and research at the undergraduate and graduate levels. Aside from the participation in CALOHEA, she is also actively involved in the international project, formation of teachers in challenged areas in Philippines. So I welcome you, ma'am, for the presentation.
Thank you for that introduction. To our virtual participants and in-person participants, sawadee ka, good morning, maayong aga, magandang umaga. Thank you for this opportunity to share with you the experiences in implementing CALOHEA methodology in the Philippines. In our country, we have 4 participating institutions: Ateneo de Manila University, University of San Agustin, West Visayas State University, and University of San Carlos. Our main subject area group coordinator is Dr. Richard R. Hugar of University of San Carlos. And together, all these 4 institutions are working towards the achievement of our goals relevant to these 3 recognition mechanisms on regional subject-specific qualifications and assessment reference frameworks, student workload, and authentic assessment. For the first recognition mechanism, or RM, we focus on these 4 tasks: revision of meta profiles, development of region-wide subject-specific qualification frameworks, comparison of desired graduate profiles with the help of the CALOHEA reference frameworks, and development of region-wide subject-specific assessment frameworks. In our university, we have conducted consultative meeting with academics coming from within and outside the institution. We presented the knowledge, skills, and responsibilities that are expected to be mastered by a graduate of a teacher education program. Another consultation was done with employers of our graduates, both from public and private sectors. The consultation was done simultaneously with a focus group discussion with graduates of our teacher education programs. The participants provided feedback on the regional subject-specific reference framework for teacher education. They gave valuable inputs on the needed skills that may be added in the framework because they believe that these skills are essential in their field of work. So currently, the framework is already in its 8th revision, and this is still evolving with our current national meetings. For sure, feedback coming from the participants will be helpful in the revision. Currently, we have 7 dimensions on knowledge, mastery, management and creation, design, development, implementation, and evaluation of curricular components and processes related to learning, teaching, and assessment, learning enabling growth and holistic development, communication, community engagement and social leadership, ethics and professionalism, and lifelong learning, human formation, and well-being. And for each of these 7 dimensions, there are also sub-dimensions, which I will no longer cover in this presentation. Now, moving on to the second recognition mechanism, or RM2, we focus on the 3 tasks, namely elaboration of contextualized student workload measurement tools for the region, consultations on student workload and analysis of the results, and guidelines for bridging Southeast Asian student workload with other contexts. In our university last year, we conducted a student workload consultation in our university. It was followed with a survey with academics for us to know their expected number of hours that a student needs in order to complete a particular course. The students were also asked to share the actual number of hours that they spent for all their courses in a particular semester. Hence, this survey was conducted in 4 meetings. And similar to what Thavon presented a while ago, students would tend to have a lower estimation compared to the academics. So that is something interesting that we can perhaps investigate, because usually we can hear reports or feedback coming from the students, especially during virtual classes, that they are overloaded, that they don't have time for wellness anymore. But it turned out in the survey, teachers have a higher estimation compared to the students. For the third recognition mechanism, or RM3, we focus on the following tasks: diagnostic of current assessment practices of learning outcomes, development of action plans to move towards full implementation of authentic assessment of program learning outcomes, and creating compilations of inspirational examples of assessment of program learning outcomes. We had a meaningful sharing of practices and ideas about authentic assessment with our colleagues during the focus group discussion conducted last year. And indeed, our colleagues are already implementing authentic assessment. We just need to have a discourse, and a common understanding on what authentic assessment should be. Last December, our team leader, Dr. Hilda Montanio, presented the CALOHEA activities to the faculty members of the College of Education. This is part of our initiative to ensure that institutional actors will be actively involved in the CALOHEA project. One member of our team, Dr. Venus Diaz, created an informational video on authentic assessment. We shared this on YouTube, and this was also shared to the academic community. Last month, we had a workshop on student workload and authentic assessment with 4 academics whose courses will be the focus of analysis. So as shown in the activities that we have conducted, the achievement of our goals in the 3 recognition mechanism is a collective work. We still have tasks to do for RM1. Philippines will be hosting national dissemination meetings. Specifically, University of San Agustin and Ateneo de Manila University will take charge this year. For the second recognition mechanism, we are currently working on the use of diary or logbook to find out how much time different students spend on each particular activity for a particular course for a period of 3 weeks. And we still need to conduct focus group discussion among students. For the third recognition mechanism, we have to introduce authentic assessment both at the course and program level. And we are confident that we will be able to achieve those with the leadership of our team leader, Dr. Hilda Montanio, and institutional coordinator, Dr. Joselito Villaruz, the university president. And on behalf of the other members of the team at West Visayas State University, Dr. Figueras, Dr. Diaz, Dr. Bilarga, Dr. Diquilia, Dr. Magno, and Dr. Moreno, this is Rosemary Felimon saying, Salamat, Kupkun ka, thank you. Thank you for this opportunity to participate in a discourse that I am sure will impact policies in Southeast Asia.
So thank you, madam. Thank you for sharing your valuable information with us.